The following portion of Fox 43 AM Live is sponsored by Tender Loving Care Pet Nursing Hotel.
I'm here with Leslie Florange, owner of Tender Loving Care Pet Nursing Hotel, a boutique boarding facility for special needs cats and dogs. And today we're diving into a serious topic, heartworm prevention. Leslie, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I want to start, kind of what exactly are heartworms and why should pet parents be concerned?
Sure. So heartworms are actually parasites that are carried by mosquitoes, and thereby a mosquito bite is what brings on heartworms.
Okay.
And heartworms actually affect the blood vessels, and so they can thereby be detrimental to a dog's heart, lungs, and thereby by constricting blood flow, it can be a bad thing, and it's especially bad for cats.
Okay, so you say cats now, because I know we hear heartworm medication for dogs all the time, but cats can get heartworms too. That does seem like, I think that's going to be news to a lot of people. Yeah,
I mean, I hate to say this, but it's deadly for cats. I mean, if a cat gets even one worm, it can be deadly.
Wow.
There are very few treatments for cats, whereas there are treatments for dogs. And the sooner you get to the veterinarian, the better. So really, it's important to be on the lookout for any symptoms, but the best thing is prevention.
Of course. So I guess, how common is this in Kansas?
Oh, it's very common.
Okay.
Right? I mean, mosquito season is spring through fall. And in the summer, we're very hot and humid. There's a lot of mosquitoes out there. And there are mosquitoes out now. I mean, of course they have been, but I mean, I see them in my backyard all the time, and I kill them as soon as I see them because Mimi's out in the backyard. And so, you don't want them to get bitten.
No, not at all. So, yeah, what does prevention look like then? Like, is it complicated? I'm over here to swat mosquitoes away. Go away.
Mosquitoes. Yeah, well, it's just like you said, it's those tablets. So if you go to Costco or Petco or PetSmart or your veterinarian's office, you can buy these heartworm treatments. They're just little chewables that you can give your pet, and they're very easy to consume. My dog, of course, who loves anything in her mouth, she eats them with no problem. And yes, they are for cats, and it's especially important not to skip a month. It's not cheap, but prevention is way better than letting your pet become infected with heartworms.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what happens if a pet gets heartworms at that point? If they're not on prevention, I'm assuming the pill at that point isn't going to help.
No, the pill at that point is not going to help. You have to go to the veterinarian and get treatment. I mean, some of the signs of heartworm disease in dogs especially is if they get fatigued very fast after, running or playing, if there could be some vomiting, there could be a mild cough, decreased appetite, weight loss. Those are the kind of things. In cats, you might even see pale gums. You'll definitely see fatigue, and it's really hard to catch in cats because they're always hiding.
Hide everything.
They're never around, so you really need to watch them, because if they're sleeping a lot, and versus how they normally are, that's a cue to check it out. And the sooner you get to the veterinarian, the better.
I'm sure.
Veterinarians know what to look for, and they're your best defense, other than, of course, taking that pill every single month.
Yes.
And if that means just buying the pill every month at the veterinarians or wherever you go, because at veterinarian clinics, they'll sell you one treatment each month, as opposed to buying a whole kit, a whole box, which could be, I don't know, like $90, $100-something. I mean, it's pretty expensive. But as I said,
worth it.
Better to do it than not do it.
Definitely. So over at TLC, what do you guys kind of talk with clients about? Are you guys helping keep an eye out for
Absolutely.
symptoms?
When people call to make their reservation, or they call to set up a profile for the first time that they're visiting, We ask them if they're on a heartworm prevention, and if not, why they're not, that we suggest that they should be. We don't necessarily expect that they'll get bitten inside the hotel, but of course, when we take them out to walk, they could get bitten. Hello. So we want them on a heartworm prevention, and that's something that we also check with the veterinarian about. If the pet parent doesn't know or doesn't remember, we can ask the veterinarian when we call to get their vaccines.
Fantastic. And Leslie, any final thoughts before we go?
Prevention is everything. This is a deadly disease, especially for cats, and it can be for dogs. And if your dog happens to get treated in time, it's a long and very arduous treatment, and it's very rough on dogs. But they can continue to have a life. But take care of those cats, especially.
Take care of your little guys. I'm glad there's some prevention out there. We got to take care of them as best we can.
Yes.
Well, Leslie, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Everyone, to learn more about tender loving care, you can go to tlcpetnursinghotel.com.
The preceding portion of Fox 43 AM Live was sponsored by Tender Loving Care Pet Nursing Hotel.